Hello, buddy. Another Kirk Has Glass stream. I am awake, and I am currently in a self-imposed quarantine room after some what can only be described as violent diarrhea. I was informed by good friend of the stream, Ben, that diarrhea has been known to possibly be an opening move of the chess game known as Coronavirus. So I left work, and because I do not live alone, I barricaded myself in my room. Yuck indeed, Zach. Very yuck. Very gross. There's a thing about diarrhea, and to start the stream off on a good foot. The funny thing about diarrhea, where you know something's wrong with your body internally when it smells like you might be dying. So, oh, hello, Brave. I didn't even have to get into a bottomless pit. Thanks for coming by. um, I don't know if it is coronavirus. I don't think it is. I think it's maybe something I ate. Uh, but I figure better safe than sorry. So I have been held up in my room with Lysol and infecting wipes, and I've been asking for the kindness of folks that I live with, the folk that I live with, the family member that I live with, to make sure that I don't leave and possibly infect other people in the event I have it. I haven't had any new symptoms in about 2 days. I'm hoping it was just diarrhea. Gonna stay in here probably one more day, and then we slowly come out. But that's not as important as what's happening this morning. Yeah, exactly, Brave. Hopefully it is just food poisoning. Because I've had some bouts with food poisoning. Um, and everybody knows that feeling when you haven't left the bathroom because all you're doing is throwing up or shitting. I remember my last bout with food poisoning. I was just naked in the bathroom, sitting on the floor, waiting for one or the other to happen, and then getting into a shower. Then it would happen again, then getting into a shower, and I played that dance for like 5 to 6 hours. It was a fun. It was a fun time. But I would much rather food poisoning than I would much rather have food poisoning than the COVID, just because I don't want to endanger anyone else. And I mean, you always look a little thinner after you shit and throw up your brains. So yeah, here to food poisoning. Thumbs up on food poisoning. Thumbs down on COVID. Anyway, now that whoever is here is aware of my shitting habits, current health, maybe we should start playing what the thing we're here to say, which is Control. So let's get to it. Zach, you'd rather be fat than sick? That's a good question. Fat or sick? I mean, depending on the sickness, I think that's true. I mean, if I could just have like a light cold. Yeah, the health condition is you know, being happy and eating terrible foods. So that's a good question. I mean, if you just had like a light cold, but you're always thin or healthy, it's a good question. Another good question is, why can't I hear the audio from the game? I can hear the audio from the game. It's just really low. I'm gonna bring it. Is it people who are on the stream? Is it loud in the headphones? There we go. There we go. I think that's done it. That's done it. I'm gonna bring it down just a bit. I think what happened was I brought it down for the Jackbox games with homies. I want to be able to hear them over the pithy dialogue in the Jackbox game because they weren't going to hear it anyway. Where are we? Well, I found my brother, because as you know, this game was about finding your lost brother. And, after finding the brother, it became clear that he has been I don't know if it's possessed by Hiss, but he has been compromised by the Hiss. And I don't know why Jessie, the main character, got this in her head, but she thinks if she can check out the object of power that created their powers or why they're interesting, she might be able to reverse his possession of the Hiss. I don't know why she assumes that. Maybe because she's been reversing the power of a lot of different ones, including Murder Fridge. Found Murder Fridge last stream. No, I got Dr. Underhill is telling me to find mold. And also Langston's got me looking after its runaways. And basically I showed up, I became the director of this entire bureau, and then everybody just gave me their shit work to do. Well, I'm going to the jukebox, because that seemed interesting when I first played the game. I found the jukebox early. Yeah, Langston's a piece of shit, man. Seems terrible at his job. Because he was straight up like, yeah, we lost it. We lost what? Like, all the objects. You lost all of the objects? Yeah. Langston is in control of all of the possessed objects in the Federal Bureau of Investigation, but he doesn't have control over any of the possessed objects in the Federal Bureau of Control. All of them are just out, and he asked me to go get them. I don't really understand what he... And also, he's saying this to his new boss. So, if this game was a little more intuitive, I wish I could just fire him on the spot and be like, yo, Langston, guess what? Deuces, you don't have a job. And since they definitely execute people who try to leave this building, I mean, bye, Langston. Because there's no way you get to go back to the private sector after you do this kind of shit for the government. Where is... apartment? Arish can give me the...
I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole
Great
boot camp
Arish.
thing. Even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My own ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Heptonstall, and Thompson.
I'm gonna have to find these guys, aren't I?
supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the Hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the Hiss to get them. Could you find them for me?
Yep, I'm gonna have to find like
Squad
6
would come back
dudes.
through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish. And I won't let them stay his. I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. Fuck, if they're in there, we go around that way.
Did I just get another one? Got another one. Jeez. Everybody's just giving me more shit to do. Where's the jukebox, though? I know I've seen it near this level, so... Where are these dudes at? Fuck off. And they're all over the points. It's getting really close to where I'm gonna do that. They're just gonna be like, hey, could you get us some coffee at Starbucks? And then give me a very, very involved list of what everybody wants. Start looking. I remember accidentally stumbling on the jukebox. And I know it's around here. Enjoy a table. Enjoy that, whatever the fuck that was. Grenade. Gun. Where is... all sealed up. There's... the... Always recycle. Don't know what that is, but it's explosive apparently. Always. Oh shit. Gonna make a pithy joke about fire safety. Ah! Oh shit, I can do all of them at the same time. How are you breaking the law, Zach? Because you kind of... And yeah, the people floating, you know, they're just on break. Dodged it. Sweet juke by me. They kind of just hang. You can read that. It was a fucking killer joke. That's not against the law, it's just against, you know, nature. You're just going against God's will for instant. The law of nature. Yeah, it's the law of nature. The hotline. Shit. Office. Don't want to do it so early, but that's a fair. Jukebox. That's just the hotline. Just give me a chance to run through old areas for stuff I may have missed. Screw up their wood paneling. Oh, I just disintegrated that desk. Oh, you can't do that one because it's got blood on it. Because he shot himself. Yeah, that also happened, Brave. I became the director of this, this bureau because the original director, the one that was director before I got here, blew his brains out, and I picked up the gun. And, you know, that's how shit works. Oh, also, they have way too many fucking coffee mugs. Way too many. It's just in one of these off room. I'm stupid.
Marshall orders us to just sit on our asses and then leaves?
Lore.
He's probably out doing some recon.
Then she should have taken
Our reports right here. Hello. As you all should know by now. Actually, I had an idea, and it's probably going to be way more embarrassing than it seems like a good idea. Thought it'd be cool. Well, eventually they get used to it. But another fun thing. Yeah, the walls sometimes move, and places move, kind of like Harry Potter and Hogwarts. It's also filled with a lot of this paperwork and lore, and I've been reading all of them, but I thought it'd be funny if I could do a really good Patrick Warburton impression. To me, it would seem like Patrick Warburton would be somebody that would work at this place with that voice. This one's kind of lame, so a report. Some of them have been like real up and weird. Oh, cooler. Get the cold one. Headshot boost.
What do you know about this Arish guy?
I heard some rangers saying he saved them in maintenance. They were attacked by a new kind of hiss.
What?
Alright, but still. A security guard leading rangers? I don't know if I like this.
There's a lot of post-it notes. As we can tell, whoever worked in this office was just top in efficiency. Sticky note compliant. To whom it may concern. In case you're not aware, something caused a sticky note in my office to duplicate. My office is unusable now. See, that's not a good Patrick Warburton impression. The way I get into it, I don't remember who did it, but they used to do it from... They used to do the line from Family Guy. Peter. I'll be working from home until this is resolved. How interesting and appropriate. You can reach me by cell or home phone. This sticky note thing wasn't his doing, or prank, and he now has to work from home. Lore, looking for lore.
Did you see that hiss they marched through here? Why the fuck did we put a bullet in that thing's head?
Shooter.
That's no one.
Yep, be oh, that's just the radio. Clicking it and nothing happened. That's where they're housing my brother. Name I Dylan. Dylan, that's remember that because I'm like, oh, Dylan. Favorite name.
Lots of errors on this
That's all I can do. I'm not known for my impressions. Sure. The radio. Radio's gonna do something. Yes, Kirk, do fun voices. This. It's right here, guys. Jukebox is right here, everybody. Okay. Don't know what's gonna happen on the end of this. Uh-oh. Ask him about his Steve Harvey in a cowboy suit impression. I love how the impression completely changes based on the outfit. I'm not gonna do a Steve Harvey impression. I don't want to be canceled as a human before I even start the morning. There was a stand-up comedian. His name, I mean, he's still a stand-up comedian. There's a stand-up comedian named Mike Lawrence. And he had a joke that made me laugh really hard. That was just a simile. Where he said, I was excited as Steve Harvey when he has 2 black families on Family Feud. Because if you ever watched Family Feud, which I was into a real Family Feud phase, an FFP if you will. Get the high ground. So I learned from Obi-Wan. Got half. Hey. Don't trust this fucking scary ass place. Ever what happened to... Oh, they're probably dead. Let's be real. Send an expedition team anywhere in this place. They're probably dead. Because they're dealing with, like, supernatural, interdimensional evil. Which I think I'm going to be connected to more than I thought. Why I'm looking around, worried I'm gonna miss out on some cool shit. Out on some cool shit. I don't like the flying in this game is regulated to like 2 buttons, or 1 button. It should be like 2 or 3 buttons. Okay, definitely not going to be able to get up that high. checking out, just scoping out the spots. Hmm? Okay. Seeing more floaty debris. Formation. Okay.
Stars. That certainly looks like the same sky as the quarry. Guess I should look for those rangers.
Squad Captain Lopez, reporting on Expedition 17B.
Hurry sight.
At the formation now. Visually, no distinction from the previous visit. The link detectors still sticking. One arch has a light flashing, so we're gonna give the area a once over. Then we'll head back. Lopez out.
Link detectors.
Alright. So we got some Stargate situation here?
A flashing light. They must have gone that way.
Oh! Where everybody at? New director in town. Gonna meet with the troops. Give a couple handshakes and thumbs up. Tell everybody they're doing a great job. And go back to my cushy office where I sit on the phone for about 4 hours and then go home. I know what happened to the expedition. They've turned into floating debris. This place is also in the building, by the way, Brave. They discovered this in the building.